In the heart of Africa, nestled deep within the misty mountains of the Congo Basin, lies a village called Notoka, with its towering trees, shimmering rivers, and thick canopies. Ndoke is surrounded by both beauty and mystery, but for centuries it had also been overshadowed by an ancient legend that sent shivers down the spine of anyone who at too dared speak its name. The legend was of the Ilaka, a hidden treasure buried by ancient kings during a time of war. It was said to hold untold wealth and power enough to change the fate of whoever found it. But as with all tales of fortune, there was a catch. The treasure was guarded by powerful spirits, and Armani, those brave enough to confront their deepest fears, could even begin to search for it. Many had tried and vanished, their names becoming whispers among the village elders. In this quiet village lived a young woman named Armani. Armani was different from the others. While the people of Nudo lived in fear of the unknown, content with a simple life, she was filled with a deep-seated curiosity. She had always felt that she was meant for something more than fishing in the river or tending to crops. A strange restlessness gnawed at her, as if the jungle itself was calling her. Her grandmother Zuena had always told her tales of the Eleka treasure. The path to greatness is not easy. "Me child," she would say, her voice soft but firm, "but remember this, fortune favors the bold. Only those who dare can ever hope to achieve what others cannot even imagine." For years, Armani had dismissed these stories as mere bedtime tales, but recently the dreams had started. Night after night, vivid images flooded her mind of ancient ruins hidden in the jungle, of golden coins sparkling in the moonlight, and of a strange voice that echoed, "Find the Elaka." It was on a stormy night, with thunder rumbling over the mountains, that Armani made her decision. She could no longer ignore the call. Armed with nothing but her wits, a machete, and her grandmother's tales, she set out into the jungle. Armani's journey through the jungle was not easy. She faced fierce animals, treacherous terrain, and the ever-present weight of the unknown. Each step she took was filled with doubt, but every time she felt like turning back, her grandmother's voice echoed in her mind, "Fortune favors the bold." On the third day, just as her strength began to wane, Armani stumbled upon something remarkable. Hidden beneath a thick canopy of trees, she found an ancient stone statue, a lion, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. As soon as her fingers brushed against the stone, the ground trembled. The statue began to move, its mouth opening to reveal a hidden stairwell. Beneath it, Armani's heart raced, but instead of retreating, she took a deep breath and descended into the darkness. The stairwell led her into a vast underground chamber, where the walls were adorned with carvings of ancient battles and rituals. At the center of the chamber stood a pedestal, and on it a single golden coin. But Armani knew better than to assume it was so simple. She carefully examined her surroundings and noticed something, part footsteps in the dust, fresh as if someone had been here just moments before her. Suddenly a voice echoed from the shadows. "You are brave, but are you bold enough to claim the treasure?" A figure emerged from the darkness, Kato, a notorious treasure hunter, known throughout the region for his ruthless methods. He had been hunting for the Alaka treasure for years, and it seemed Armani had unknowingly crossed paths with him. Kato sneered, "You're too late, girl. The Alaka treasure is mine." But Armani, though unarmed, was undeterred. "Fortune favors the bold," she whispered, stepping forward. Kato lunged at her with his dagger, but Armani was swift. She dodged the attack, grabbing a loose stone from the floor and hurling it at him. The stone struck his hand, and the dagger clattered to the ground. Enraged, Cato charged again, but this time the ground beneath them began to shake violently. The carvings on the walls seemed to come alive, and the spirits guarding the treasure were awakened. Both Armani and Cato froze as the room was engulfed in a blinding light. As the light dimmed, Armani found herself alone. Cato had vanished, taken by the spirits. The treasure, however, was still there. The pedestal had now revealed a map etched in gold, leading to the true location of the Elaka. Armani took the map and exited the chamber, her heart pounding with anticipation. The journey was far from over, but she had proven her worth. The jungle whispered in approval, as if the very spirits of the land had acknowledged her bravery. For weeks, Armani followed the map through the jungle, facing more challenges than she could have ever imagined. She encountered hostile tribes, survived deadly traps, and even crossed paths with other treasure hunters who sought the Elaka. But each time, her courage and quick thinking saw her through. Finally, the map led her to the base of a massive waterfall, and behind the curtain of water she discovered a hidden cave, and within it the Elaka treasure. But as she reached out to claim it, she heard the familiar voice of her grandmother in her mind. Fortune is not always in gold and riches, my child. Sometimes the greatest fortune is the journey itself. Armani paused, understanding the wisdom in those words. She had been through so much, and while the treasure was valuable, it was her growth, her courage, and her resilience that had truly made her rich. With a smile, she took only a single golden coin as a token of her journey and left the rest, knowing that she had already claimed her true fortune. As she made her way back to Undok, she felt even stronger, wiser, and bolder. And when she returned to her village, she was not just Armani the dreamer, she was Armani the bold, the one who had faced the unknown and emerged victorious. And the legend of the Elaka, it lived on, but now with a new chapter on that spoke of a brave woman who had proven that fortune indeed favors the bold. That's fantastic. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and let's know your thoughts in the comment section. Follow us on our social media handles. Facebook Breakforth Africa, Instagram Breakforth Quicken. Join our sisterhood group Breakforth Queens, Meme Business. See you in the next video. Bye.